and I still need a woosah moment. Hi guys, it's me, Audrey, also known as Noble Strength, and welcome to my channel. And as you can see by the title below, this is a dramatic story time. It has some highs and some lows and some highs and some lows. This story is all over the place. So if I ramble, it's because my emotions are still fresh and I still need a woosah moment. All right, so let me give you a little bit of a backstory. I am an avid thrifter. I've been thrifting for a while, and it has been on my wish list and my hopes of hopes to thrift an authentic Louis Vuitton at the Goodwill, because I've seen so many other people do it, and I was like, you know what? There's hope for me too. I know if I just keep believing that eventually my day will come. And so yesterday I went to take a bunch of things that I had purged from home, not my closet this time, but just from the home in general, to the Goodwill. So I had a passenger seat full, back seat, and a trunk full of stuff. I took it to the Goodwill, and then I was like, you know what, let me just run in real quick. And of course, you know, I went to the handbags first, as I always do. And right behind the counter, a couple of bags caught my eye, and so I had the sales associate to come over and help me out. One of the bags was definitely a fake Louis Vuitton. It was one of those obvious fakes, you know, where the plastic is like plasticky vachetta. Is it vachetta or vachetta leather? Let me know in the comments. But it had that plasticky look and that bright red glazing, so I knew that was definitely not the bag. But then there was this other one, and I was like, ooh, this leather is real. You know, when you've been thrifting a while, you know quality when you see it. So even if it was not an authentic bag, it was definitely a super fake, you know what I mean? Because it was real leather. And so I was like, ooh, I definitely want to look at this one a little bit closer. So the handle was like just very well made, like artisan type work. The stitching was beautiful. The threading on the threads were just a high quality, kind of like golden yellow type thread, not too golden, but just a subtle type yellow, you know what I mean? And the vachetta or vachetta leather was not very well patinaed, so it still was kind of light in color. Just really beautiful. This was really a pristine bag. And so I looked at the inside. It had the leather trim around the inner zip pocket. It had the stamping of made in the USA, Paris, you know, Louis Vuitton, all of that. The zipper pull still had the plastic wrapping around it. And then the little closure on the flap closure still had like that little blue protective sealant on it. But you could tell it had been used, but it was still on there. The person never took it off. So the person had taken really good care of the bag. The brown canvas interior looked to be legit. So when I unzipped the pocket, I looked inside, and there was a leather tag inside with a code on it. So I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get this bag. So this is the price that I paid, $49.99. And to me, that was a sign from God, because I was like, I am 49 years old and I am thrifting an authentic Louis Vuitton for $49.99. And my 50th birthday is just around the corner, June 8th. And I was like, this is an early birthday gift from God, because He knows the desires of my heart. He knows that I have been wanting to thrift a Louis Vuitton, and He just went ahead and gave it to me a week and a half, couple of weeks early. So that's what I paid for it, and I got it from Goodwill, guys. And so you can see on the receipt here. So I got it from the Goodwill just right up the street from me. It's only about a mile away. And I was just in awe. I got in my car and I started praising God, thanking God. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Because these bags, you know, the pricing of, even on the resale market, they're up there. So to get one for, you know, $50, I was just like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. So I took it home, and I wish it had just ended there. But guys, this is where it took a wrong turn. And when I say fast, everything went downhill fast, quick, fast, and in a hurry. completely changed. I went from being on cloud 9 to being in a state of absolute despair. And it was all because I couldn't leave well enough alone. So it had a little bit of a creasing in the canvas, the bottom canvas of it. And I was going to try to kind of like get out that creasing and relax it out, but I wanted to speed up the process. So I went into my the master bath and got my blow dryer. And this thing gets really hot. So I was gonna blow it on there and massage out the creasing and wrinkles in the bag, you know, from the way that it was stored. And as I was blow drying it, the handle was kind of rubbing against the countertop of the bathroom. Now, when I get out of the shower, I usually lather up with coconut oil. I did not know that there was some drops of coconut oil on the counter. And so the handle, this pristine, beautiful handle, started rubbing into the oil. And I didn't know this until I picked it up and saw these dark spots on the handle. I was devastated, guys. I was like, oh my gosh. So upon inspection, that's what it was. The oil had absorbed into the leather and caused these dark spots. So then I went into panic mode, complete panic mode. What do I do? What do I do? Oh my God, I've ruined my bag.
Everything I'm about to tell you I did, the Louis Vuitton website tells you not to do.
And so I come up with this brilliant idea, I mean, absolutely brilliant, genius if you ask me, of using my Cetaphil foaming face wash, but it's gentle and it doesn't dry out the skin, so it must be great for leather. So I began putting that on a cloth, wet it, and I just scrub those oil stains to kind of cleanse away the oil, and I rub the handle. So my entire handle is wet. Now I want to speed up the drying process. I'm so impatient. So lessons to be learned. I hope you're taking note. Just deal with the slight imperfections and don't be impatient. Okay, all of that. So I put the blow dryer to it. I lay the bag on the counter. I aim the blow dryer at the handle and I put, here's the handle, here's the blow dryer, and I turn it on full blast and I leave it there and I walk away and let it blow on for like a minute and a half. I come back. The handle is scorched, burned, charred. The leather is dried out. I mean, like, it looks like the Sahara Desert. I was even more devastated. I could have curled up in a ball and died. And I was literally almost in tears. I didn't cry, but I was more angry than anything, angry at myself for having made such foolish decisions. So I'm going to show you the bag now. I've rambled enough. I did try to rectify the problem by lathering on kiwi leather conditioner. So that patinaed the leather of the handle. And so it's now this really dark kind of honey color. But when I say lathered it in that lotion, I just poured the lotion on and let it set and just rubbed it and rubbed it and rubbed it and rubbed it. Not only that, I got my cuticle cutters and tried to cut away some of the charred pieces. So I cut into the leather. I mean, I just lost my mind really because I was so devastated. So I'm gonna hold it like this so it won't be so dramatic when you see it. So this is the bag, and this is called the Looping Mini Hobo Bag. And this is like from the early 2000s. I've seen some on the Poshmark site, which I'll show you a little bit later, but this is the bag. Let me just show you some of the details of it. That's the side, so you can see some of the stitching and the glazing and how the handle is rolled and stitched. And yeah, so that is the bag. Now I'm going to reveal to you the complete devastation, and every time I look at it, my heart hurts. So here is the handle. As you can see, it's darker here than everywhere else. Now this is where it gets ugly. This is where I cinched it and charred it. So you can see comparison, ruined. This is what it should look like there. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts? Did I completely ruin this bag? I know I did some major damage to it, but yeah, I'm so hurt. Every time I look at it, I'm so hurt. I even laid hands on it and prayed over, thinking that some miracle was gonna happen. And it didn't, but yeah. So let me go ahead and give you some close-ups of the other details of the bag. So The snap closure, and like I said, I didn't peel that off. I still left that on there. Let me take this out. Just basic inside with the brown material inside, and then it has the vachetta leather around the zipper, and it is imprinted there, if you can see, stamping. And then this is the zipper pull. I don't know if you can see that. And now here is the code. So once again, this is what they call the looping mini. The looping mini hobo bag. And there's some different styles, like a bigger style that has this type of handle where you don't see the hardware from the outside and it just kind of swings that way on the hinges. This is what it looks like from the side. And then this is what started it all. Me trying to get out this little wrinkling on the canvas. And yeah, so lesson learned. I hope you guys learned a lesson. Leave well enough alone and just be thankful and happy with what you got. So now I'm going to give you some mod shots so you can see what it looks like carried, and then I'll be right back.
I am considering getting the handle completely replaced through the LV repair services. I'd love to get some feedback from my fellow handbag lovers in the comments below. Let me know what you would do in my position. Would you leave it as is and just carry it the way it is, or would you get it replaced?
Well, this once again is the looping mini hobo bag by Louis Vuitton that I thrifted for $49.99 at my local Goodwill. And I hope you learned a lesson from me to leave well enough alone. Do not put a high heated blow dryer to your handle to try to dry it out. Just don't do any of the things that I did. Do the complete opposite of what I did. And I want to show you, these are some of the ones that I saw on Poshmark and what they're selling them for. So they range in various prices. Some are around $500 mark, some are, you know, over $1,000. Let me know in the comments below. Should I just be happy and keep my bag, or and just deal with the mistakes that I made? I know I could probably tie a twilly around it and dress it up and cover it up or whatever. But would you keep it or would you sell it? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And remember to be a good steward of all that God has given you, because He truly loves us so much. And I love you too. Bye.